Hey, this is Phil Vandervossen with Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk. Today we are off-roading here in Colorado near Lyons, and we just finished the trail Johnny Park Road last night, and today we're going to hit Pearson Park South in case you're interested. But what we're going to do today is we're going to share with you some off-road tips. So if you've never been off-roading before, you're just doing a little bit of minimal off-roading, we want to share with you how to get started. So the first tip on my list is never go out alone. So that's why I have my buddy Tim here, because we're not alone. So as you can see, we have another truck, woo, spin, right there. So when you go out alone, you're in one truck, one person by yourself, what are you gonna do when you get stuck? You need somebody to help you recover. So unless you have all the proper gear to get yourself unstuck, that's gonna be a problem. So the other thing is, if you have two people, you always get a second opinion on a trail, which line you wanna take. A lot of times there's choices you can make along the trail, and sometimes it helps to have a second opinion out there.
These two here are a problem for dropping off the...
Also, if you run into any type of emergency situation, need any first aid, or break something or whatever, it's always going to help to have a buddy there. And the other thing is, in case you need a spotter. So sometimes on the trail, you can't see exactly where you're going, so you need somebody to tell you where the rock is, where exactly you should put your tire. So if you have a second person there, they can show you where that is. So that is usually the #1 rule of off-roading, is never go out alone. Here we are back on the trail with the Tacoma and the Tundra, and our next off-road tip is to know your vehicle. So for know your vehicle, what we're talking about is we want to know the measurements. So for example, the Tundra is substantially longer and wider and has a longer wheelbase than the Tacoma. So you're gonna have to drive it differently on trail. You're gonna have to put your wheels in different places. You also need to know about the type of four-wheel drive system you have. If you're gonna try and take like an all-wheel drive vehicle on the trail, that's fine. You just have to know that you have to have a lesser quality trail in order to take that vehicle on there. Whereas if you have four-wheel drive like these vehicles do, you have 4 high, you have 4 low. So know your truck, know your vehicle is important. You wanna know the weaknesses of your vehicle. Whether it has poor tires, so poor grip or poor ability to handle rough terrain, or if you've got a bad approach angle. You want to know your weaknesses, how your vehicle works. Also, you want to know how to shift into those four-wheel drive high, low, how to shift into the crawl controls, how to turn on the different locking differentials. Figure all that stuff out before you hit the trail, and you'll have a good time. All right, so number 3 on our off-road tips is be prepared. This is all about the stuff you bring with you on the trail. Alright, so I separate this into 5 categories, and the good news is if you're going out with somebody with experience, they're likely to have some of this equipment already, so you won't need to worry about it. But let's start here over on the left. I consider these the essentials. You got a first aid kit, because you never know what's going to happen. And then you got this other box of goodies here, which I have toilet paper, bug spray, rope, a saw, that type of stuff, fire starter, anything that you might need on the trail. Next you have your off-road gear, your recovery gear. So I have a recovery strap here. I have a soft shackle, which is preferred now over a hard shackle. It's definitely much safer. A pair of gloves, a set of tire deflators, and then a pump to pump up again afterwards. The next category I consider communications. So I have a pair of radios. You usually can't get a cell signal out on the trail, so you want to make sure that you can communicate with the other driver. And then of course your cell phone is always one of your #1 pieces of gear. Even if you don't have a signal, cell phone can be good for trail maps and compasses and other things like that. It's got a lot of features that work even if you can't get online. The next thing I have is food and beverage. You want to make sure you stay hydrated. You stay well fed on the trail so you don't get too tired out there. And the last thing I have is clothing, and the main thing for that is going to be your shoes. So you want to make sure you have some good footwear, so wear some good boots when you're on the trail. And it might depend on a little bit where you go, but if you see this type of terrain here, when you're out in the forest and the rocks, you're definitely going to make sure you bring a nice pair of boots, because you never know what you're going to be stepping in. Now, if you're going on sand, if you're at the beach or something or other, and you're off-roading there, then maybe a pair of flip-flops is fine. But so wear the appropriate clothing for where you're going. Alright, so my next off-road tip is to know your own limitations. We talked about knowing the limitations of your vehicle. You also have to know the limitations of the driver itself. So if you've never been off-road before, then obviously that's a little bit of a limitation. You don't have any experience. Or if you've been off-road before, but maybe you're a little risk adverse, or maybe you're afraid of heights or afraid of certain angles. So you need to know what you're comfortable doing, what you're not comfortable doing, and you don't want to put yourself into a situation where you're uncomfortable. Another limitation that you need to understand is your own physical limitations. So I have a lot of experience off-roading, but I would say I'm a big guy and I'm not in the best shape. So I'm out here in elevation. I need to remember that I need to stay hydrated. I need to make sure I keep an eye on my body as I'm walking up and down these trails trying to film footage and stuff like that. So Knowing your limitations is definitely important. You don't want to put yourself into any situation where you might get hurt, where you might hurt yourself or hurt the vehicle. So that's one of our tips. Our next off-road tip is to do your research. So this is really a matter of matching your vehicle and yourself to a trail that's in your area. So one of our favorite resources for that is actually right here at Overland Expo. It's Trails Off-Road. What you can do is you can go on that site, you can find trails in your area, and they rate them and let you know which ones will suit your vehicle. And you can see reviews and pictures and a whole walkthrough of the trail. So that way you can make sure you get down the trail just fine. But next to that, we also recommend you find other people to go out with. So I'd recommend you go online and try and find off-road groups in your area. Sometimes they're grouped by different types of vehicles. For example, there's lots of Jeep groups out there. There's lots of Toyota groups out there. You find a group of other people that go off-roading. Those are other people that have been doing it for a while. They're experts. And you can join that group and you can go out with them and they'll show you everything they know. All right, there you go. There are our 5 off-road tips, especially for beginning off-roading. And we just pulled off the trail here ourselves and we're airing back up before we hit the road. So we want to thank you guys as always for watching. Please let us know if you have any questions or comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and you can see other videos here to the right. Again, my name is Phil Vanderbos. I want to thank you for watching and we will see you down the road.